Hi, friends. Today we will be reading The Most Magnificent Thing, written and illustrated by Ashley Spires. One day, a little girl has a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. I wonder what she is going to come up with. Let's read to find out. This is a regular girl and her best friend in the whole wide world. They do all kinds of things together. They race, they eat, they explore, they relax. Who is your best friend in the whole wide world? She makes things, he unmakes things. One day, the girl has a wonderful idea. She is going to make the most magnificent thing. She knows just how it will look. She knows just how it will work. All she has to do is make it, and she makes things all the time. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. First, she hires an assistant. Next, they gather their supplies. They set up somewhere out of the way and get to work. It looks like she lives in the city, and I can tell because all of the houses are very close together and there are lots of people walking by. And the author told us that she sets up somewhere out of the way, but it looks like she's kind of in the way of some people trying to walk by. The girl tinkers and hammers and measures, while her assistant pounces and growls and chews. When she is finished, she steps back to admire her work. She walks around one side. Her assistant examines the other side. It doesn't look right. Her assistant picks it up and gives it a shake. It doesn't feel right either. They are shocked to discover that the thing isn't magnificent or good. It isn't even kind of sort of okay. It is all wrong. The girl tosses it aside and gives it another go. She smooths and wrenches and fiddles. Her assistant circles and tugs and wags. When she is finished, she stands up and takes a long look at it. Her assistant gives it a nudge with his paw. The thing is still wrong. She decides to try again. The girl saws and glues and adjusts. She stands and examines and stares. She twists and tweaks and fastens. She fixes and straightens and studies. She tries all different ways to make it better. She makes it square. She makes it round. She gives it legs. She adds antenna. She makes it fuzzy. She makes it long, short, round, smooth, big, small. One even smells of stinky cheese. Ugh. But none of them are magnificent. So the girl tries and tries again and again, and she doesn't give up, and she keeps on trying to make the most magnificent thing. Let's find out what happens next. Her hard work attracts a few admirers, but they don't understand. They can't see the magnificent thing that she has in her mind. She gets mad. Has that ever happened to you when you're trying so hard to do something and you can't get it just right, and then you get a little upset or mad or frustrated? I know exactly how this little girl feels. The angrier she gets, the faster she works. She smashes pieces into shapes. She jams parts together. She pummels the little bits in. Her hands feel too big to work, and her brain is too full of all the not right things. If only the thing would just work. I can tell she's really frustrated by the look on her face and how she is slamming and jamming the pieces together. She does not look so happy. How do you think you would feel if you were the girl in the situation? Can you make a connection? Has that ever happened to you? Crunch. Uh-oh. The pain starts in her finger. It rushes up to her brain, and she explodes. It is not her finest moment. I'm not good at this. I quit. After trying and trying and trying, she finally decides to quit. Her assistant suggests a walk. It's not much help at first. But before long, she starts to feel different. Bit by bit, the mat gets pushed out of her head. This reminds me of the different strategies that Ms. Weizenkorn has taught many of us in situations where we get frustrated or upset. We can take a walk. We can try to clear our mind. We can take cookie breaths to get ourselves to calm down a little. We can even think of happy thoughts to push out the sad and upset feelings and thoughts from our mind. As they stroll along, she comes across the first wrong thing she made. The bad feelings are about to start all over again. Then she notices something surprising. Take a look at all of the things that she made, all the not so right things. There are some parts of the wrong things that are really quite right. The bolts on one, the shape of another, the wheel to seat ratio of the next. There are all sorts of parts that she likes. What do you think she was trying to make? Can you take a guess just by looking at the not so right things that she made already? I think I have an idea. What do you think? By the time she reaches the end of the trail, she finally knows how to make thing magnificent. She gets to work. She works carefully and slowly, tinkering, hammering, twisting, fiddling, gluing, painting. Her assistant makes sure there are no distractions. Look, her dog is chasing away a little squirrel on the bottom of the page. This is the perfect thing to ward off bears. This will stop the leak. This one's all wet. The afternoon fades into evening. Finally, she finishes. She alerts her assistant. It looks like he took a little nap while she was finishing up her most magnificent thing. And it looks like people from the neighborhood have taken some of her not so right inventions with them so that they can use it for something that they need. The pair take a good long look. It leans a little to the left and it's a bit heavier than expected. The color could use a bit of work too, but it's just what she wanted. They climb aboard and take it for a spin. They are not disappointed. It really is the most magnificent thing. So what was the little girl trying to make at the end? Yes, you're right. She was trying to make a little seat for her friend so that they can ride on their scooter together. How creative is that? That was awesome. So, what did you learn at the end of the story? What was the lesson that the author was trying to teach us? take a second to think about it. I think that the lesson was to never give up and to keep on trying, even if it doesn't work the first, second, or even the third time. Sometimes it really helps to take a step away, to clear your mind, and maybe when you come back after taking a small break, your ideas might come flowing. It's always a good thing to have a growth mindset, to never give up and to never cut yourself short. Always think positively and keep on trying. And maybe someday you will get it just right. Thank you for joining me today on reading The Most Magnificent Thing. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, see you guys.